Hey everybody. So I got my PET scan results back. I'm a little upset. I've only had about 3 months off. But I think I'm more upset that not because I'm gonna do more chemo, because I finally got my energy back. I'm like, yay, I can finally do stuff and be useful again. And now it's gonna be back to only being useful maybe half the time, which is better than not being useful at all, but it still sucks. Like I said, I'm a little upset. It's okay to be, when you've got a setback, it's okay to be upset. You got to let it out. My nose has been running all day. So anyway, let's see. I've got it on my phone here, my report. So the summary says, increased size and uptake in multiple lymph nodes of the chest and upper abdomen, left plural slash diaphragm, with pleural-based left lower lobe lung nodules concerning for worsening disease. But on the good side, improved osis metastatic uptake, no new definite osis lesions, which means that the bones are doing better, which is fantastic. So when I talk to my oncologist, I think it's tomorrow, I talk to her tomorrow, she's probably going to recommend another round of chemo. Hopefully it's just the same chemo as last time, because it did work really good. I haven't seen the pictures yet, and when I do, I will, of course, as always, upload the pictures with the best explanation I can give. I've had lymph nodes pop up before around this time of year, and it was more of an illness-related thing. And I don't think I'm sick, but I could be fighting something off. I've been a little less energetic lately, but still, able to perform my duties. So I want to see the images of the lymph nodes, because it's mostly lymph nodes in the pleural effusion. The pleural effusion could be an indication of some kind of lung infection, or a lung infection trying to get a hold. So I want to see if it's worth waiting another 3 months before doing another chemo. But if it looks bad, then I will definitely agree to do another round of chemo. But it just depends on how it looks, because I've seen what it looks like when I have transient lymph nodes swell up on PET scans. I think I did a video on that. So hopefully it'll be just that. The reason why I say that is because it's just lymph nodes, and the pleural a mild. What does it say? Let me see what it says for the pleural effusion. So it said mildly increasing small left pleural effusion with several foci of mild to moderate uptake, hypermetabolic activity. So the max SUV, they call it, was 5.6, and that isn't super hot, but it is hotter than it should be. Like, for instance, I have a lymph node, a mediastinal lymph node that's SUV of 13.6. Now that's hot. That means when I see the PET scan, it'll be like bright white on the black, the colored version, and it'll be dark black on the white and black version. So there's quite a few. There's one here. The thing with this particular report, it doesn't show me what it was before, because I still had some before, but they were a lot quieter, so that's why we went off the chemo for a while. But for instance, let's see here. So multiple small nodes seen in the bilateral subpectoral SUV of 2.4, which is really close to baseline. That's really barely lit up. Left superior mediastinal of 9.5. That's pretty bright. That's pretty active. Left internal mammary of 3.3. Mildly, not super concerning. Prevascular of 6.8. That's kind of concerning. Anterior mediastinal of 13.6. The lower paraesophageal 4.7. That's kind of warm. Anterior diaphragmic of 3.5, lungs, so the interval formation of multiple subpleural nodules in the inferior left lower lobe. So a lot of stuff is on the left side. Now, that, of course, that's where my primary cancer was in the left side. But, you know, I find it curious because I think last time if I try to remember, I think my pleural effusion was in the right side last time. So it's interesting that everything's on the left. That makes me a little suspicious that it's not just the cancer. That's why I'm a little, once I see the pictures, I will have a little more confidence one way or the other. But it says thickening with hypermetabolic activity, which have increased or are new since the prior exam. So there are some new nodules in the lungs since the last. But before I had chemo, I had a lot of nodules in that particular area. So, for example, adjacent to the spleen, there's one that's 7.5. Anterior to the pericardium is 2.8, which is not terrible. And in the left paraspinal region, a max of 3.4. Not terrible, but not, you know, anything near the spine, you get kind of concerned. But that's it. Nothing else. Well, there was one more. So in the abdomen, it says left lymph nodes. Again, more lymph nodes, which is like, what's going on here with the lymph nodes? So increased hypermetabolic activity in the retrocrural, 3.4. Left I can't say it. Left para-aortic nodes of 6.1. So that's by the aorta, of course, is a part of your heart. Okay, so it says near my heart on the left side. There's a node, but I've had nodes there before, and sometimes they've been cancer, and sometimes they haven't. So again, if everything that's popping up is node related, you know, or not in a tissue, I question what's really going on with that. The chemo did knock almost all of that out last time, so you know, whether it was infection or not, it quieted it down, so that's good. So I have to figure out, talk to my oncologist tomorrow, and we'll figure out what's going on. But I am rather disappointed. You know, I'm just starting to get my hair back. You know, just starting to fill in. Well, guess what? If I'm doing a chemo again, I'm gonna be bald. Hey, at least this time I don't have to cut it, you know. But it's going to suck because it's winter is coming and my head's going to be really cold all the time. I'm going to lose my eyebrows and eyelashes again, all my leg hair, my armpit hair. You know, I did let that grow this time. But you know what's interesting is I always thought the armpit hair would be, for women, would be a lot, you know, bushier like men's. It's not even close. It's like a little strip. I'm like, that's it? And it's really soft. I mean, we're talking about armpit hair. Really exciting, right? But, you know, I hate shaving my pits and then the next day being really prickly. I can feel it. And so I said, well, maybe I'll just let it grow. And I figured, well, no one's going to see it. I'm a single and I'm alone. I'm not dating. So who's going to see it? And I'm like, wow, it's not very much hair. You know, I have dark hair, of course, so that's dark hair there. But it's very soft and it's not a lot. It's like I said, maybe it's less than an inch wide and maybe a couple inches long as far as the strip of hair is. It's really small. I was really shocked. But anyway, so when I get the DVD, which probably won't be for a few more days, I will share that information with you. And, you know, when you're stage 4, you know, it sucks to have a setback, you know, so soon. I was hoping to be off the chemo for at least another 3 months. You know, Christmas is coming. I'm hoping to have my son come up and, you know, I still want him to come up, but I'll just have to be more careful. So thanks anyway, guys.